This is the $800 billion aircraft carrier of the USA. Today, the United States stands alone with 11 active nuclear-powered carriers. But why is this mega project becoming a big concern for Russia and China? What's so special about it? Let's see. The concept of a floating runway began with the Americans, driven by the need to control conflicts far from their shores. In 1910, a plane first took off from a ship, the cruiser Birmingham, using a wooden platform. This success sparked rapid innovation, including the first ship landing in 1911 and the creation of a catapult for takeoff by 1915. Over a century, the U.S. Navy has built 18 types of carriers, from the CV-1 Langley to the cutting-edge CVN-78 Gerald Ford. The Gerald Ford is unmatched. It runs for 50 years on a single reserve of nuclear fuel, carrying 90 aircraft, helicopters, and UAVs, including F-35C fighters. Its electromagnetic catapults provide smoother takeoffs and 25% better performance than older steam catapults. Measuring 337 meters long and weighing 100,000 tons, it can reach speeds of 30 knots. The Gerald Ford's two advanced nuclear reactors generate nearly 2 million horsepower, costing $13 billion. Yet, carriers like this don't operate alone due to weak defenses. Instead, they lead a carrier strike group, CSG. A CSG includes up to 10 warships, an aircraft carrier, guided missile cruisers, destroyers, submarines, and supply ships with 9,000 people on board. These groups can operate for 14 days without resupply, striking targets up to 1,000 miles away. With the ability to travel 700 to 800 miles a day, CSGs move quickly and strike unexpectedly. Their immense power secures U.S. dominance on the oceans. Operating a single carrier strike group, including an aircraft carrier, cruisers, destroyers, a submarine, 80 aircraft, and 6,700 people, costs $6.5 million daily. With 10 groups, the U.S. spends $65 million each day. For comparison, building a 1.2 million square foot hospital in New York costs $574 million, equivalent to just 9 days of CSG operations. Despite the high costs, these expenditures are often considered necessary for national security. In 2005, the U.S. tested the USS America, CV-66, launched in 1964, to measure its durability. After enduring bombings, torpedo hits, and missile strikes, the carrier took 4 weeks to finally sink. This data helped shape the design of newer carriers. Designer Talbot Mann-Vail claimed that only a nuclear strike could instantly destroy an aircraft carrier. Carrier strike groups now have layered defenses extending 220 to 400 miles to protect against air, submarine, and surface ship threats. They rely on 3 air defense zones: long range, medium range, and short range. The long range zone detects threats early, targeting enemy aircraft before missile launches. It uses radar aircraft, surveillance ships, patrol fighters, and medium range missile systems to disrupt attacks. The medium range zone focuses on stopping cruise missiles and attacking aircraft closer to the fleet. It uses short range ships, helicopters, and electronic warfare. Meanwhile, the close-range zone provides individual ship protection with anti-aircraft fire and electronic defenses, with cruisers guarding the carrier itself. For constant air cover, 2 FA-18 Hornets and a radar aircraft patrol 60 miles from the carrier. On detecting a threat, more fighters are launched, intercepting the enemy 180 to 200 miles out, ensuring the fleet stays secure. For sea defense, the S-3A Viking aircraft patrols up to 185 kilometers from the carrier, searching for submarines every 1 to 2 hours. Armed with depth bombs, torpedoes, and anti-ship missiles, they use hydroacoustic buoys for detection. Submarine detection systems are highly advanced. Magnetic detectors can spot subs up to 3,300 feet away, while the AAS-36 infrared station detects thermal radiation from their hulls up to 12 miles. The APS-115B radar picks up periscopes at 10 miles, and the ALQ-78 radio station tracks radio transmissions from subs up to 370 miles away. Close protection forces, including helicopters and surface ships, further guard the carrier, detecting submarines up to 45 miles away. With such defenses, approaching the carrier is extremely difficult. However, The real threats are not light aircraft, but more advanced weapons. China and Russia, as major rivals, have developed powerful tools to counter U.S. aircraft carriers. China's Dongfang 21D, for instance, is the world's first anti-ship ballistic missile, with a range of 1,100 miles and the ability to target moving carriers. In 2005 to 2006, China launched satellites like Yaogan 7, 8, and 9 to guide anti-ship ballistic missiles. Captain Henry J. Hendricks estimates that China could produce 1,227 Dongfang 21 missiles for the cost of one U.S. aircraft carrier. While one missile may not sink the ship, multiple strikes could prove devastating. Aircraft carriers depend on aircraft for defense. The F/A-18E Super Hornet has a range of 390 to 450 miles, while the F-35 reaches 730 miles. In contrast, the DF-21D missile can strike from 1,100 miles away, putting carrier strike groups in jeopardy. This raises concerns about the carrier's ability to defend itself and strike back. Moreover, squadrons of naval strike fighters and China's missile boats, with their hundreds of cruise missiles, make the threat even more formidable, challenging even the strongest defenses. When we think of Russia's opposition to the U.S., the Granite and Zircon missiles stand out. The Granite, adopted in 1983 by Russia. It is a supersonic missile designed to target powerful ships like aircraft carriers. It has a range of 400 miles and travels at Mach 2.5 near the ground. Carried by Russian submarines and cruisers, it can strike before being detected by the carrier's systems. However, the Zircon hypersonic missile poses a greater threat. With a range of 1,000 kilometers, a warhead weighing 650 to 900 pounds, and speeds reaching Mach 9, Russia plans to replace the old Granite missile with newer systems. Simulations show that 1 or 2 hits would restore an aircraft carrier's full capability, while 3 to 5 hits would cause major damage, needing repairs. 6 to 8 hits would make it partially ineffective, and 9 to 19 hits would make repairs uncertain. A full salvo of 20 to 24 hits would destroy the entire carrier. While both China and Russia can theoretically destroy American aircraft carriers, the U.S. continues to invest heavily in them for several reasons. Aircraft carriers are still a powerful show of force. Though they can be destroyed, it takes sophisticated weapon systems to do so. China, for instance, could fire 600 missiles at a carrier group, but depleting such a large portion of their stockpile to disable a carrier for a few weeks would leave them vulnerable. Carriers continue to attract significant enemy forces, making them valuable. The U.S. doesn't need 10 aircraft carrier groups. Many experts argue that the Navy wastes money maintaining old ships instead of investing in new weapons. Reducing the number of carriers, possibly to 4, would free up funds for more advanced technologies. In short, despite the rise of hypersonic weapons, aircraft carriers remain a formidable force. However, maintaining 11 carriers is no longer practical, and reducing their number would help fund the development of advanced weapons like hypersonic missiles, where the U.S. is now lagging behind China and Russia. So, what do you think? Should the U.S. keep investing in aircraft carriers, or is it time to focus on newer technologies like hypersonic missiles? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can see more videos like this. See you in our next video. Until then, take care, and thanks for watching.